How's it going, everybody? I'm Levi with JLG Reptiles, and tonight I'm going to show you how I feed my snakes fresh kill rats. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you're already subscribed, then welcome back. So I know it's been a while since I posted a video. I'm very sorry about that. I've been working this strange work schedule. It's Monday through Friday from 4 in the evening till 12 at night. And basically, whenever I get home, I feed on Wednesday nights. Whenever I get home, I'm just like trying to grab rats and get everything thawed out and give it to these animals and just kind of try to get in bed. You know, it's not like I really want to be doing YouTube videos that late at night. It's just kind of tough because everybody else in the house is sleeping. But yeah, I think I'm about to have some pretty big, awesome changes as far as work goes, as long as a background check goes according to plan. So that would be awesome, and it would give me much better hours as far as YouTube videos and things. But yeah, as far as the breeding goes, give you guys a little update on this stuff. I have paired our pastel inchy clown male to our females. Looks like he's been with all the females 7 times. Yeah. So he's been with the females, all of them, 7 times now. And it was kind of a slow go for the first month. Well, I guess for the first 2 or 3 months of doing it. I didn't really see any locks, anything like that. But now the last 3 or 4 times I've put him with these girls, I've seen locks every time he's been in there. So that's awesome. Multiple locks on a few occasions, you know, look in, and especially the ultra male. You know, they would be locked up, and then I'd come back and check later that night. They're not locked up. The next day they're locked up again, and that's just the locks that I've seen. So I know he's doing his job, which is great. He's just really doing good. I'm really happy with it. I haven't seen any ovulations. I think I may have possibly saw one. I've just never personally seen an ovulation before, so I'm not 100% sure what to look for. I know for sure the desert ghost looked kind of swelled up one day, but I'm not sure if that was like her just trying to, you know, from eating a big meal, or if it was truly an ovulation. I mean, she felt tight, her body did, whenever I kind of touched her, but I'm just not, you know, I'm not 100% sure if that's what I was seeing. I guess I'm just going to keep kind of pairing until these girls go off feed, and I just like know for sure that it's happening. And this being my first breeding season, I'm sure I'll probably end up pairing them with them a little longer than I need to, but I would rather pair him more than not enough, I guess, kind of the way to go. But so that's how it's been going on the breeding side of things. I've been working on a building to move this stuff into. It is not completed yet. I've got the walls up. I'm putting plywood up now, and then I'm going to start putting vinyl on it. The tin is on the roof already. It's coming along good. It's a 12 by 16 I'm building for all this stuff. I've got the other 8 levels to this 70-30 rack out there in that building. I haven't put them together yet. I'm not really sure. Hopefully I'll have the building done before these baby snakes come, and then I'll put the other 8 levels into this rack out there in the building. That's the plan, but you never know. It might end up going into this room. I kind of hope not, but worst case scenario, I mean, if I got the eggs and they're incubating, I'll have to do something. You know, I'll probably just put it together in here and then move it out there later. I've got an incubator. I bought a big glass door, old school, very cool Pepsi cooler. It's really neat. The I guess the pump or whatever keeps it cool went out in it. So the guy sold it for $50, and this, like I said, it's cool. Anything like that that's old school, you know what I mean? In the beginning, I was really wanting to get a big Red Bull cooler, but And whenever I saw this Pepsi one, I was just like, okay, yeah, this is the one. I wish it would have been like a root beer cooler. I'm not even sure if root beer ever had like its own cooler, but that would have been pretty awesome. But yeah, so it works. The fans in it work, you know, like up top as far as air circulation and things like that. I've just got to get that cleaned and get it in the house. And that's another one that would be very, very good in the building. But I don't think the building's going to be done in time for that. So that's probably just going to go in the house, get that finished up. Yeah, I've been busy with it. It's just I should have been recording all this. I'm sorry again, but yeah, we're still moving forward, still plugging along. All the snakes are alive. We're just 4 months deeper in than whenever you saw me last. But yeah, so I guess what I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and pull 3 rats. We'll get them in the chamber and start giving CO2 to them and start kind of putting them down so we can feed to these snakes. All right, so we've got our 3 rats, and I try not to kill all the rats. Like I have 5 snakes, but I try to do half and half. That way they don't lose their body temperature before it's time to feed. You know, if I do 5 rats, then the ones that gets fed last might be a little cooler. So basically all we're going to do, I got the CO2 tank here. It's hooked up to this enclosure, or this little tub they're in. I'm just going to open this thing up until I can barely hear it. And the rats that I'm using are 3 males. If you're doing this, always try to get rid of your males, especially for your grow outs, just so you don't have male and female in there together. So you can see they're just laying down now. And this is on a very slow flow. Then right here, I have a little cup of water. And this tube here is the one I'm gonna put in this water after they've gone to sleep. And then I'll turn the CO2 off, and that way no air can escape. CO2 can't get in, CO2 can't get out, oxygen can't get in. So you can see he's still moving a little bit. And they do this kind of hard breathing, like that, like they're not down yet. You know, I mean, they're still awake right now. And you can see they're not really, you know, they're not struggling. I mean, it's not like people think. And I just want to show you guys this for those of you who are curious to what this is like, because a lot of people think this is like a very vicious thing to do, but it's really not. It's really not. As long as you do a slow flow to begin with, you know, and now they're kind of down. Whenever they start doing that type of breathing there, they're pretty much down. So is what I do now. So I'm just going to up the CO2. Make sure it gets in there real good, then turn it off, put our little hose into our water cup. And then you just kind of leave them there for, you know, maybe 5 minutes. I mean, you'll see when the breathing stops. I mean, you'll know. But I like to sit and watch them. A lot of people just kind of walk off and leave them for 5 minutes. As crazy as it sounds, I actually like to watch them so that I know as soon as the last one dies, then it's time to feed. You know, like I said, you don't want to lose that body temperature. And if you walk away, you could miss that last breath and miss, you know, precious degrees in in body temperature from these guys. And with a ball python, they have those heat pits, and a hot prey item is crucial to a good feed. So that's really what we're looking for and trying to make sure we get here. And it looks like that one up front is already dead now. I'll just check on these back here. I'm gonna give them just a little bit more time. But yeah, it's a super simple process. As you can see there, it's not painful for the rat. I mean, a lot of people think it's better to do live feeds and things like that, but honestly, the way these rats right here just died, I feel like is the most humane way to kill a rat and feed it to a snake, by far. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and get this camera set up in a different position so you can see these snakes eat, and try to be quick about it so they don't lose body temperature. So first up is going to be our VPI xanthic, because she is very, very picky as far as rat temperature. Let's try to get hers to her first, usually. She's just not really seeming interested. And she didn't eat for us last week either. Oops, sorry girl. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna leave this rat laying right there for her. Maybe she'll take it. I really, really doubt it. Actually, I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah, okay. She seems very, very... She seems like she's wanting to do something here. Sorry, girl. Okay. So yeah, is what we'll do. I'm gonna go feed these other ones. I might actually come back to her, take the rat out and put it under the heat lamp over there and heat its head up real good and try again with her. So next up we have our ultra male, and I've had serious issues with this girl eating until just about the last month, and she has been pretty much my best eater for about the last month. She's just been on point, and you can tell that she's already pumped up. I mean, she's been doing awesome. So basically what I did with her was she was on only live for a long time. I couldn't get her to take anything other than a live meal. And now she's destroying frozen thawed. She's getting big as well. She'll take frozen thawed, fresh kill, does not matter to her anymore. But while I was feeding her live, she actually got her eye scratched by a live rodent. She's healed up now, but she actually went off feed for like 2 months after that, you know, and she wouldn't shed to get the bad eye cap off. She was just kind of in a stuck state there, but she finally took a meal. She opened her tub one day and she was just like really, really, you know, you could just tell she was coiled back. She was just ready. So I threw a small live meal in with her. She took it down, and like 2 days after that, she went in the shed, got that bad eye cap off, and ever since then, she has just been demolishing her food. I mean, best feeder I've got right now. So I'm super, super happy with her. Next, we got our desert ghost. Okay, so here she is, and she has actually missed 2 or 3 meals, not back to back, but in the last few months. She used to be my just ultimate eater. You know, I mean, she actually outgrew the Ultramel and BPI Xanthic, and I got them like 4 months before I got her. So she's definitely growing. Yeah, she's ready tonight, though. She's definitely gonna eat tonight. I just want you to look at the size of this animal now. She is a big girl. Put my hand beside her. She's big. And she has pooped as well. I didn't notice that. I'm actually going to try to take this party somewhere else. Gosh. Get her away from the poop. Yeah, I try not to open their enclosures or anything like a couple hours before they're going to be feeding, you know, just to not throw anybody off. But yeah, and if you're wondering, that's what snake poop looks like. And here's my hand beside it, in case you're wondering. It's a big poop. But she's also a big girl. I mean, she is massive. Well, for my collection, she's massive. Very, very happy with how much she's grown. And I don't know, I just can't tell if they're producing eggs or what's going on. I really, really hope they are. I think they are, but like I said, this is my first season and I'm not really good at telling if they are or not. Hopefully so. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go over here and get this rat out of this VPI Xanthix enclosure. I'm gonna go put it under the heat lamp, get its head very, very hot, and then offer it back to the VPI Xanthic. So I just got the rat from the heat lamp. We're gonna see how she does now. Okay, well, I guess she's just not into it, and this will be 2 weeks in a row. Well, it's almost like she wants to. She's kind of going the other way with it right now. And I wonder if she hasn't went off feed for breeding. I'm just going to leave this rat laying there. Close her up. But here, I mean, she's a big girl too now. She's getting some size on her. That's for sure. I hope everything's going well on the inside as far as egg production. Yeah, she's just not into food right now. Okay. I'm going to close her up and we're going to get some rats ready for the leopard lavender albino and the pastel inchy clown. All right, so first up is, well, fourth up, I guess, but first up of the new batch of rats I killed. And these are going to be smaller rats because these are smaller snakes. But the first one is the leopard lavender albino female. She should be hungry. She didn't eat her meal last week. She was in shed, just wasn't having it. Oh yeah, very hungry. Yeah, she did awesome. And she's getting big as well. Kind of put my hand in here so you can see a size comparison again. She's getting pretty big. She's come a long way. I think whenever I first got her, she was like 60 grams, something like that. So yeah, she's doing really, really well. So last but not least, we have our pastel inchy clown, and he is our hard-working male this year. Got him a little meal. Maybe he'll take it. Pretty sure he didn't eat last week either. Sit this rat down. And they say males will go off food as well. Sorry, buddy. Which could have happened here. I'm gonna try heating this rat up a little better and coming back to him with it. All right, so round two with him, the rat, I just got it off the heat lamp over there. Maybe that'll, yeah, he's already acting more interested. I try to make these rats look natural, but okay. So we're basically just gonna lay this rat here, and I will give him his hidey hole back so he can chill. Let's actually get the rat and put it out from underneath there. Yeah, I don't like hiding the rat because then, you know, like tomorrow morning whenever I check, I can just easily see the rat instead of having to lift his cover up and everything else. But I wish he would have eaten. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. 3 out of 5, pretty good for ball pythons. I wish the pastel inchy clown would have eaten that. Like, you know, we left the rat in with him. Pretty low chance he's going to take that. We left a rat in with the BPI xanthic, even a lower chance that she's going to take it. You know, a lot of times with your smaller snakes, the smaller the snake, the higher the chance that it's going to take a rat in the middle of the night that's just kind of laying there. And I hope you guys learned something from this. If you've been curious about, you know, fresh kill rats, how to go about it, I've researched it, and this is the most humane way that I've found to do this. And I'm not a neck breaker. A lot of people do that, and it is, from what I hear, I've never true. Well, I've seen a video once of somebody doing it. They pretty much thump the rat in the head, and that kind of dazes it, and then they like break its neck and then offer it to a snake. I can't really see myself doing that. I don't think I've got it in me. Like, I raised these rats, you know, every one of these rats I've raised from, you know, little bitty baby, except for the original group I got. I got them at a pet store, and they were, you know, they were pretty big, but not adults. So you know, everything I fed tonight, though, I've raised from a baby. Well, I didn't raise it. They raised them. I've just kind of been watching. But yeah, I just don't have it in me to do that to a rat. I don't, maybe you guys do, but I'm not, you know. And if you do fresh kill feeds, how do you do it? You know, let us know in the comments for sure what your preferred method of a fresh kill feed is. I'm interested to hear from you guys how you go about it and what you think is the best way to do it. But if you enjoyed it, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, tell your friends about it if they're interested in reptiles, send them my way. Maybe they'll like the content as well. But I will see you next time.